Hey, Kushe, Kabor. Hello, this is Kabor Properties YouTube channel. My name is Showers, and today we are live. Today we are live to talk about some very important stuff, very important topics, as you've seen on the topic on the whatever the timeline or um, the thumbnail. I'm sorry, I forgot that the thumbnail. Yeah, land tax in Sierra Leone. Land tax, very important. There's few things we're going to talk about today, but I want obviously more people to join in so we can discuss. I want more people joining in, and let's talk. Let's talk about this. Let's discuss. I want your opinions, your suggestions, and of course, I'm going to bring my ideas. I'm going to analyze what the minister said, or at least question it, and yeah, and then let you guys give your inputs as well. But I'm going to give a few minutes so that we get more people tuning, and then yeah, we all discuss because I don't just want to jump into it straight away. I want people to come in first, and so we can talk, discuss as a family, and let's share ideas and let's see what's best, whether we're doing the right thing for our country or not. Is very important. But once again, welcome in. My name is Showers, and this is Kabor Properties YouTube channel. Um, yeah, before we get into all what we're going to talk about today, the land tax, we're going to talk obviously about the minister's signature that was faked and his stamp as well, his stamp and signature that was faked. We're going to talk about the surveying. We're going to talk about the new app they said they have. We're going to discuss, yeah, various things about the land, the customary law, and other businesses that are important to us and Sierra Leone. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell. Yeah. A lot of you who watch my videos, who watch our videos, haven't subscribed at all. I think 80% of you watching our videos haven't subscribed to this channel. So please do that now. Subscribe and click the like button. As you come in, click the like button, and of course, share this link to everyone. Please share this video to everyone. Share the link. Let's get more people involved. If you're watching on the catch up, it's still fine. Share it and then drop your comments in the comment section below. If you're watching live now, of course, drop your comments or suggest, give your own ideas as we go along. Ask questions as well, and I'll be able to answer it if I can, and other people can answer as well. But don't forget to subscribe. And of course, you can support our charity, our tree planting project that we're doing in Sierra Leone. We've planted 200 last year, and this year we've planted about 150 trees up in Kamakwe. Please continue to support that. And you can support that by becoming a Patreon, or you can actually click, if you look below under the comment section where you drop in your comment, there's a dollar sign there. You can click there to donate whatever you can right now towards the tree planting project. But in the meantime, I just want more people to come in so that we can talk about the land tax in Sierra Leone that the minister spoke about recently. And we can discuss obviously surveying, signing of land documents, of course, other businesses in Sierra Leone. We're going to talk about the surveyors and the minister and some of the activities that are happening in Sierra Leone. If you're in here and you can hear me, please drop a comment in the comment section to let me know you hear me. You can just type 1 or 2. Basically type 1 to show that you can hear me, or make a comment so you can hear me, because I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Please let me know. Just put a 1 in the chat, or type to say yes, I can hear you. All right. And of course, let me know where you're tuning in from. That would be awesome to know where you're tuning in from. Okay. So, like I said, I haven't done live for a while because I've been busy with other stuff. Um, of course, but I post some videos about land, about the demolition recently in Freetown. I posted about that as well. I made a video and posted it. So if you haven't seen it, check that out after this one. But yeah, I haven't done live for a while because I've been very busy with other businesses I do. I'm a musician, I do music, so I've been busy with that, making music for people, making music for myself, of course, performing. But of course, I'm an IT analyst, so I've been doing IT stuff as well as engaging the tree planting project in Sierra Leone, and of course, doing businesses with the properties in Sierra Leone and here in the UK. So I'll be very busy with that. But today I decided to come live because I think this topic is very, very important. The land tax is very, very important. It's very, very important to the point where I thought I need to come live and let's talk to people about it and let's all discuss it. Whether you were Australian or not, or whether you live in America and the UK, you're naturalized, become Australian through genealogy. I think this is very important for us to discuss. If you're not Australian, it's still fine. You can give us ideas from where you are from, where you live, in terms of land tax, etc. How does that affect you guys? How does that affect the economy or not? If it does affect the economy, we'd like to get all those ideas. But yes, we're going to talk about land. I just want to give a few seconds for people to come in. I hope everybody's okay. I hope you guys have had, for those who live in the West, as in Europe and America, Australia, New Zealand, etc., Canada. I hope you've had a good summer. autumn Autumn is here, and looks like winter is coming very, very, very fast. I hope you've had a good summer. Stay safe this winter. Look after yourselves. For those who are in other countries like Sierra Leone, of course, who have the warm weather right through. Well, actually, in Sierra Leone right now, there's rain. It's rainy season. So for those of you in Sierra Leone, rainy season, I hope you've stayed safe. I hope you guys are enjoying the weather there. Look after yourselves and enjoy the rain. I'm sure it's going to be very, very hot again soon in Sierra Leone. It's always warm there anyway, but I suppose during the rainy season, people will say it's cold. But I guess by the time it's December, it all kicks off in Sierra Leone. The sun is out. It's hot, super hot. There's parties going on the beach. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be in Sierra Leone in December to party with you guys, maybe even before December. But please, let's tune in, share this link to everyone. I can see some of you are tuning in already. Drop a comment in the section if you can hear me. I need to make sure you can hear me before we really get into it. So drop a comment in the section to let me know you can hear me. You can just say yes, I can hear you, or you can just drop a one in the chat box to show that you can hear me. Okay. But yeah, so please do that. And also when you drop a comment there, just let me know where you tune in from, so that I can give you a shout out here as well. But like I mentioned, we're going to talk about the land tax and the minister's document that not document, sorry, the minister's signature that was faked. The minister of lands, I mean, his signature was faked and his stamp was faked as well. So definitely we want to discuss those. So please, yeah, share this with people as well, so that basically people know that we're here. We're going to talk about this. Oh, thank you, Kosi Kumba. Is that how you pronounce your name, Kosi Kumba? Thank you very much for tuning in. Please let me know where you're tuning in from. Yeah, let me just know where you're tuning in from. Yes, that would be great for me to know where you're tuning in from. And don't forget to click the like button as you come in. We got, well, 6 people in here. We only got 1 like. Please click the like. I need 6 likes right now so that YouTube will populate this video on the internet. When you click like, YouTube knows that this video, people like this video, and then they're gonna then put it out there for people to see it as well. Well, Kosi, thanks for tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from, Kosi. Okay. And like I mentioned, we're going to talk about land tax. That's very important. So please, if you have any ideas, get them ready to drop them in the comment section, because we're going to discuss. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I would like you guys to tell me what you think as well. If you have any questions, ask. And if if you have any ideas, put it in. You're tuning from Holland. Brilliant. So yeah, it'll be good to know as well in Holland, what are the land tax situation there? How does that affect you, people in Holland, the governments, etc. I've been to Holland a few times, for loads of times, to perform there as a musician. I've been there to just visit. I've been there to do other businesses. Yeah. Right. So, Mr. Abu Sawane. Oh, thank you very much for tuning in, Mr. Abu. Welcome in, Mr. Abu. I think you're in England, aren't you? Or in Sierra Leone? Well, let me know where you guys are tuning in from, please. So we're going to talk about this land tax. So for those of you who are in Sierra Leone, I mean, most people who are on my channel, I think, live abroad, actually, either in America or here in the UK or somewhere else in the world, like Kosi is in Holland. I got people all over the place tuning in. But the land tax thing I want to talk about in particular, and we're going to go into a few more stuff. But I think before we get into land tax, deep, like, based on what the minister said, I just want to touch on a few things the minister mentioned when he was interviewed recently on 98.1. So he said a few things. I'm going to do like a bullet point, and then we're going to delve into it. He said they made annual money. I'm in Liverpool. Oh yeah, you're in Liverpool in the UK. Yep, you're up north. How is the weather up in Liverpool, Mr. Sawane? Is it get, are you guys in winter already? Because in the UK, Liverpool is like another whole country in the UK. Anything up north, you guys are probably already snowing. You got snow up there. Oh, there. How about you, Kosi? How's the weather in Holland? I hope it's not too cold right now. Yeah. Anyway, I'll try. I think I'll visit Holland soon again. So yeah. So the minister, they asked him about the revenue, the money they made from the land situation in Sierra Leone recently. Because for those of you who don't know, the government has been going around um, collecting or demarcating, whatever, taking state land from people or land that's already there that's not being used. And they have been allocating it to other people or selling it, leasing it to people. So the journalist asked about money that they've made from the land so far since they've been collecting, demarcating, or whatever, identifying and allocating state land to people. So they asked them. So anyway, this is what he said. He said the annual revenue they made in 2018 was about 600 point two, so 600.2 million, about that 600.1 something something. I just round it up to 600.2 million leons. That's the old leons he mentioned. That's what they made in 2018 from the revenue. That's obviously people paying for building permits or land that they allocated that they leased to people. And then he says in 2019, they made this time he says new leons, 6.6 million new leons. And then he says in 2020, they made 8 million new leons. And then it says in 2021, they made 11.3 million new leons. And in 2022, they made 19.3 billion new leons or old leons. Sorry, this time he says old leons because he got jumbled up between new leons and old leons. So he got back to old leons, say 19.3 billion old leons. And then in is that 2023? Yeah, so January to now in 2023, he said January to August, they made 38.9 billion leons. That's the old leons. That's what he said. That's very interesting, So it sounds like just, within a year, for less than a year, they made 38.9 billion. Call it 39, or even, well, in fact, he was saying about 40 billion old leons. That's what they raised. I'd also talk about these things. Well, drop them here and there so we take note of them and we will discuss them further. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, yep, it's raining today and cold. Liverpool, like I'm not surprised. It's getting a bit cold in Holland. Oh, there you go. Yeah, here it's changing as well, of course. In England, in London, like Mr. Abu is in Liverpool. It's been raining. Today it didn't rain in London. If I was sunny, I was out and about with my mom and my brother, so it didn't rain. It was sunny as well. It's a bit nippy. I had my feel like summer jacket on and my t-shirt, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Anyways, so those are the kind of monies he mentioned that they raised since 2018 to now. He's showing how they've raised lots of money. Now, where the money is gone, that's what I don't know. I'm surprised that the journalist could not ask him to break down, well, what this money has gone to. He's just mentioning how government is using the money for schools, etc., etc. But there hasn't seemed to be a clear breakdown, like a documentation showing this is how much we allocated here and there. But anyway, this is what he says they got from land distribution and sales this year, and obviously building permits, etc. Now he mentioned about the amount of land that we have in Sierra Leone. Guys, please click the like button here. Please click the like button as well so that we have, yeah, just click the thumbs up. on the video. Please, let's get that going. I think I got more people in here than the likes that we have. So, anyways, so he mentioned that in Sierra Leone we have 17,730,000 acres of land, the whole of Sierra Leone. He says that's what we have. He said that because he was talking about the fact that there's so much land space for the number of people, for the population of Sierra Leone, basically. Therefore, which means we can all actually, or we should all actually get 1 acre each, because Sierra Leone is about what, 7 point something million, 7.5 million. Even if you round it up to 8 million people, even if you do that, you from 17 million 730,000 acres. Well, if you give 1 acre to each person, we are just our 7 million. There you go. So there will still be land left. But of course, we all know there are some lands that really is probably most people don't want to live there yet because of the development. The infrastructure is not there. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but yeah, let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the amount of land he is saying that we have, and of course, how do you think people should be able to get 1 acre each, and do you think that's even feasible, as in considering infrastructure, etc., etc.? What do you guys think? Another thing he mentioned, he said in Freetown we have about 138,000 acres. But the population, obviously, we have a lot more people living in Freetown than anywhere else in the country in terms of population. So therefore, there is not enough land in Freetown anyway going around for the number of people that are living in Freetown for that number. So it's, for me, just very interesting knowing the stats that he's bringing up. Because I didn't know any of those kind of stats, those facts. It's very interesting to get this down and understand, to say, okay, so something needs to be done in terms of the infrastructure, especially getting people live up outside Freetown, Peninsula, going up country, etc. Now he talks about survey plans. They ask him about the survey plans thing. So this is one thing he says now everything is digital. That's what he says. So now he says people don't have to bring paper in the office, etc. A surveyor can actually get their plan, draw it out, or take a photograph of the document with his phone and upload it into an app that they have now, that the ministry have. Unfortunately, he didn't name the app. I've tried to research to find out the name of this app. It's nowhere to be seen. Well, I haven't found it. Maybe if you know about the app, please drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know the name of the app, and maybe even with the link to it, because I'd love to know it. He says there's an app these days that the ministry has that surveyors can use now to submit the documentation. So now the paper thing that goes on the first desk, second desk, third desk is now no more. That's what the minister says. So now you can basically get the things, taken a photograph from your Android phone or wherever phone, upload it to the app, it lands to the front, to the whoever is on the desk, and then that then gets pushed forward. What he's trying to say here is because of that, there's going to be less corruption, basically less bribes. So and processes will be quicker. That's what he is trying to say. So if that's the case, that sounds like a good idea. However, he didn't say what the name of the app is, and he didn't say where we can get access this app at all. So for those of you watching me right now, if you know where we can get the app, please make the comment. And if you know the name of the app, put it down, because I don't know. I've done some research. I haven't found it. Yeah, please don't forget to click the like button as you come in. I can see more people are tuning in. So please click the like button, guys, and share this link, please. I need more people discussing. Please share the link to people. So yeah, if you know about this app, you know the name, and you have a link for it, drop in the comment section so we can all have it. Because for me, it's always about gathering information and share with you guys. If it's positive, well, we all should benefit from it. That's why I'm here. Share that link so people can have it, just in case if you are struggling and you want a surveyor to do stuff for you. You know the app. They can submit stuff on there. So yes, so it says also if you want to pay, this is where also this is very important. If you want to pay into the consolidation fund, say you want a building permit and you're going to pay for it, or I don't know, whatever tax you're going to pay for your land, you can do that now using your phone through the mobile phone companies. You know, those monies companies they have there. You don't have to give money to people anymore. You can just pay directly, and they'll be able to track who pays or not. So everything sounds good. I don't know. I just don't think or don't know whether it works exactly as they're saying it. If anybody in here have gone through that process before and paid through the mobile phone companies, let me know. I haven't, because I did stuff through my lawyer who goes to the bank and pay. So let me know if you've gone through all of that. And don't forget to click the like button as you come in. And of course, subscribe, guys. A lot of you watching haven't subscribed at all. Please do that. What else is going to talk about? Um, so building permits and lease rents. So basically, he's saying building permits and lease rents increase the revenue they made. So this revenue, the monies I spoke about earlier on that they made, part of the reason why they made those monies because of building permits and lease rent that people are paying, the land they lease to people. But so the journalists try to ask him to say, well, how much, basically ask him question about, say, the cost. Okay, ask him the cost of the permits. The minister, for some reason, did not answer that question. They asked him what's the cost of the permits or the lease rent. He just went over to talk about people need lease to build the houses, etc. Now, this is where, for me, sometimes I feel like our journalists need to do a little bit more when they are questioning our people, especially our government officials. If you've asked them one question and they haven't answered it, ask them again. Get them to answer that question. Push them to answer the question, because that was very, very important. I wanted to know exactly how much we should pay for permits and lease rents directly from the minister. I wanted him to say it himself, because obviously you can go there, they'll tell you the price, or for permits or for lease rents, but people might make their own up. But if the minister has said it live on TV, we now know it's there directly from the minister. We can use that to say, there you go, here, the minister said this is the price. But he didn't say why. He didn't say, I don't know why. This was a straightforward question, but he decided to talk about something else. And the journalist did not even push him to say, hold on, we need to know. People would like to know. You're here. The minister was very happy to discuss the progress they made in terms of revenue they've collected. But he couldn't answer a simple question of what is the cost of the permits and lease rent. So that was a little bit of shame. I think at one point during the conversation, he did mention about 2 point something million. I don't know whether he was referring to say that's the lease rent you pay per year or not. But I just took it to mean that's what he meant, to say it's per year, the lease rent. But he talked about 2 point something million while he was talking about other stuff, as the conversation went on. Guys, if you can hear me, please drop your comment in the comment section. Let me know. And don't forget to click the like button. Please do that for me and share this video. Just share it. Just let people know, because I want people to participate. And then the minister spoke about other things that are very important about land grabbing, because the journalist was asking about this land grabbing situation in Sierra Leone. People complaining all the time. Government is taking land, saying it is state land, etc., etc. So he mentioned about how in Toke, there's somebody claiming over about 200 acres of land. Another person is claiming 335 acres of land. Similar thing in John Obey. So he's claiming that, but he's saying that those lands that they provided documents for, when they check the LS numbers, the LS numbers are pointing to a different land in a different location. Now, this is where I have to say, how come? How can somebody have a land with LS number that is pointing somewhere else? Something is not right. So I was thinking, well, this could mean somebody or somewhere or some people within the ministry are playing tricks, are playing games, because there is no way somebody would get LS number from another location, from somewhere else. I mean, if somebody in the ministry had not played games, either the surveyors, whoever there is. Thankfully, the minister himself agreed that there are people in the ministry who are playing games, who must have connived with those people who were buying. So the people who were buying might have also known or they may not know, but the surveyors definitely they will know, because it's not, why would you buy a land, and how can you get LS number that is off, a different location and a different land completely? How does that work? Who who does these things? But look, thankfully, like I said, the minister himself acknowledged that people in the ministry, even though he made it sound like there's people from back from the previous administration, or from when he came as a minister of lands, but there are issues still going on. And he's mentioning about how some people have been suspended because of these things that are happening. He says some staff have been suspended right now as he speaks. So, which means it's been happening now. It's happening now. It's happened before. So, I don't know what your thoughts on that, but it's crazy how somebody can have a land and you have an LS number that's from somewhere else. I don't know how it works. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. But most importantly, click the like button as well. Subscribe and click that like button. Please do it now. Don't forget to do it now, guys. I need that likes, because that's how YouTube will populate this video around so that more people will see it. Yeah. All right. One of my lights is gone off. I don't know why. Let me check what's happening with my battery. Oh, the battery is not charged. All right. No worries. Yeah, it's fine. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna keep charging my battery. Okay. I thought you had enough power, but I didn't. Okay, we're back. I'm going to talk. I've got more lights, but I don't want to get up to put more lights on. Let's just use what we have for now. So, guys, don't forget to click the like button. All right, let's go to the next part where it talks about the assurance that the assistant director gave to people about relocation, or relocation. I think this is about some land that they compensate people for, or try to move people from. According to the minister, is for, he said, for Guma Valley, the Guma Valley Water Company thing, the Guma Valley Dam. Anyways, I think the assistant director has got himself into trouble. So the minister is saying he shouldn't have been no statement, no policy statement like that. So I think there's going to be some kind of trouble for him. Now they ask him about the process of buying land. This is very important. I know I'm going through these things. We're going to talk about the land tax, but I just want to go through what he said, and few important stuff, because these stuff are important for us to share. He spoke about the process to buy land. I had posted videos before. In fact, the very first or third video I posted about land in Sierra Leone, buying land. Well, the first video I posted about buying land in Sierra Leone, volume 1. If you have not seen it, go check it out. I explained the process of buying land, because that's how we used to buy land. That's what I knew way back when I started buying land many years ago. That was the process. That's how we went about doing it. Now, when they asked the minister the process of buying land, this is what he says. He says, now there's a portal you need to go to. If you want to buy land, and this is obviously from the government, if you want to buy land from the government, you go through the portal and you apply. When you apply, you've got to attach your passport. You've got to attach your national ID. Well, when I mean passport photo, sorry. And you're going to attach your national ID. And then you're going to attach, what else did they say? Obviously, your name. With the application that you're making. When you apply on that front portal, that will land onto obviously the desk of some people, as in on their laptops or on their mobile phones, and they're going to verify it. That's been sent. That's then sent to the permanent secretary, who will verify your documentation as well. And of course, to the minister, who also verifies your documentation. Then he sends it to the allocation committee. Now, when your document has gone to the allocation committee, they now are going to look for land. Once the land is identified, they will let the minister know. The minister now will then give them the go-ahead to then allocate these lands and distribute them to people. So that is when they'll start to go through the list of those who have applied. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this to let you know that, well, if you're looking to buy land from government, because I know a lot of people always contact me. In fact, just yesterday, I received another email. Today, in fact, somebody submitted through our website, somebody submitted an email asking for land, if we have land for sale, or if we know any land. Now, if you're watching this or you're listening, you're here now. If you want land, especially through the government, which in my opinion, I think that's the safest way to get land now, at least, because private people land seem, according to the minister, it sounds like there's so many issues with private land and they're not signing more, even though he said they're signing, but there's some massive issues. Sound like you have to go for government. So for those of you even asking us for land, if you want land right now, you can go to the portal, Ministry of Lands, to the portal, apply, especially if you want to lease land, apply. I know somebody else contacted me about land for business, for petroleum business on the main road. Oh, by the way, let me put that information out here now. I sent emails around, but I want to put it here as well. If you know of any land, genuine land on the main road, on the Peninsula Road, Peninsula Highway, especially after Waterloo, then those areas, let us know. We have somebody who wants land to do petrol and supermarket business in Sierra Leone. We've been searching in Sierra Leone, but of course, we are not lucky yet. But I'll put it out here now. If you know of anything, please let us know. Email us, kaborproperties@gmail.com, so that we can get this person up and running. Please do that for us, okay? And we'll talk business if you want us to do business with you on that. But this is the process for those of you who want to lease land or want to buy land through the government. This is the process. It says go to the portal, apply, make sure you have Australian passports, Australian ID card, national ID card, you have passport photograph, of course, your name, whatever documentation they ask you to put it together, send it through the portal. Once it's there, the front desk are going to verify it, send it to the permanent secretary who will verify it, then to the minister who also verifies your documentation. Then he now puts your name forward to the allocation committee. When land is identified, they're going to go for that list of people who've applied, and then of course you are the people who they're going to allocate land to, whether lease, rent, etc. So that's the process. For all of you asking me about land, that is the new process. Not before. I guess if you're buying through private, the old process still is there. To obviously get the land documents, go to lands, make sure you do your verification through the lands, Ministry of Lands, proxy building, etc. And then they should now give you the go ahead to buy it. Although what has happened in the past, or people are complaining now about the land the government is saying is their land, people have gone through the same old process I've just mentioned, because other people they bought from say it's private land. You've gone through the governments and they say yes, government say yes, it's fine. Then later on, another government comes in and say no, this is state land. So it's a bit confusing. But for those, that is why I said maybe the safest is to buy land through the government, because you don't want to buy land through private. Then the minister or whoever there says, hang on, this private person does not really own that land. That land is actually a state land, because the roots title is not from the crown. So you got to watch that. This is words from the minister. So that's why you need to watch that carefully. Okay, please, guys, click the like button, please. I see we got more people in here and we only got 5 likes. Click the like button, please. And subscribe. While you're here, please subscribe and then share this link as well to more people. So that's the process. Basically, they said there's no more bribes, because they're asking about that. They said there's no more bribes because there's no human touch. So now you can do everything digitally. You can apply for land digitally. You can pay for your land stuff. You can pay through the mobile phone money thing. And then the surveyors, when they go and survey, whether it's private or government, they can just scan the documentation through their phone, send it, upload it to the app. It lands on the desk, or when I mean desk, as in on their computers or mobile phones of the front desk people. Basically, they're saying that it's quicker now. The process is quicker, and in less people you're going to talk to, the less running up and down. And if that's the case, that's brilliant. I'm all for that. I want things to be going very quickly, very fast. If you don't need to meet somebody or go to the bank to pay money, that makes business fast. You pay from your phone, get your receipts, and then that's gone to the government. Why not? And if that means your documentation goes faster for you to get your land, or whatever documentation, it makes more sense. It's quicker. What are they saying? Thank you. Love to see you, Authentic Africans, aka Joe. Collaboration. All right, Kellen Cash Coleman, big up. Love to you too. Where are you tuning in from, bro? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Well, I guess that's a man or a woman. Sorry if I miss it, but please let me know where you are tuning in from. And thanks for being here. Don't forget to click the like button, please, and of course share this. And if you appreciate what we're doing, you want to support our tree planting project, don't forget to hit the dollar sign and donate whatever you can. Yeah, we're planting trees in Sierra Leone, to help obviously the environment. As you all know, it's crazy out there. We've done 200 trees last year. This year we've done 150. Next year we're going to do more. But we need your support. So please donate. Click the dollar sign and donate whatever you can. You can become a Patreon as well. Please help support that. But yes, in Florida, Florida, well done. That's great. How is it going out there, buddy? Is it getting colder? Is it warm? I think Florida is warm, isn't it? A lot of the time, isn't it? But yeah, it sounds good, man. Thanks for tuning in and share this to people. Click the like button and let's pass give on ideas. Have you been to Sierra Leone? Killen Cash, Coleman. Have you been to Sierra Leone? Let us know. And when did you go? It'd be great to know when did you go? How long did you stay for? Would you go again? Sierra Leone is beautiful. Right. So the minister was asked how much land they've allocated so far. So he says from 2021 to now, they have allocated about 7,000 lands. So there you go. They've allocated. This includes obviously those raffle they did, obviously people who've applied for state land. So yeah, you can actually apply for state land and get yourself leasehold or something like that. And then of course, if you develop it over the time they've given you, maybe 2 years or so, you will get a freehold on the land. A new citizen for a few years. Ah, brilliant, mate. That's good, Killen. That's good, man. That's really good. Well, you're Australian, so yeah, bro. So yeah, go there and do your thing. Are you going to Australian investment conference in Freetown? I'm going to the one next week in DC. Now I'm not in Freetown right now. I'm in the UK, by the way, so I can't do the one in Freetown. The one in DC I can't make either, but my brother will be going there. My brother is going. You will see him. My brother is actually performing. Yeah, so me and my brother, we're all performers as well. I'm a musician. He's a storyteller and a drummer. My brother will be there. I think he's flying. Anyway, he's flying soon. One of these days, he'll be out there. So unfortunately, I'm not going. I would love to, but I'm busy this weekend, so I won't be in DC. And of course, I will not be in Sierra Leone either. When is the one in Sierra Leone? Is that going on this month or is it going in December? When is it? Because I might be in Sierra Leone in December, but right now I'm not in Sierra Leone. I'm in the UK. Excuse me. So I may not be going. But definitely it'll be good to. I mean, my brother is going, so it'll be good to know what came out of that conference. I know the lady who's organizing it, but it's good. It's really good that she organized it, and then people are going to turn up and talk about ways they could invest in Sierra Leone. What are the possibilities? There's lots of possibilities in Sierra Leone. We just need the government and we need people and then the government to put certain infrastructure in place and certain systems in place. We have lots of people from Kabor Properties. We have lots of people who want to invest that we know from here in the UK and other parts of the world that we've spoken to in America. But we need certain structures in place, certain policies in place, systems to make things happen. We believe that things will happen anyway. We believe that strongly. It's just going to take time, but it will happen. What's Kellen saying? I was wondering if the government is thinking of investing with investment developers. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, Kosi, investment developers. I think it'd be good for you to explain that properly because I don't really know what you mean by investing with investment developers. What do you mean by investment developers? It'd be good to understand that better from your perspective or from what the word means, by the way. Anyway, because I don't know everything, or somebody else who know can explain it. Because many people don't have the capacity. Well, of course, many people don't have the capacity to invest, especially in Sierra Leone. People certainly don't have, and a lot of people abroad here as well don't have the capacity because, well, we don't earn that big money, especially if it's anything that is going to be worth millions of dollars or pounds. Most people don't have that money. However, though, some of us know people who have that kind of money. And sometimes people contact us, like people like us. People have contacted us from all over the world, all the time. I got people contacting us from India, from Brazil, America, Canada, here in the UK. emailing us, calling me, sending me voice messages on my phone or texting me. And I've been in loads of meetings with people, to invest in Sierra Leone in different things, especially with the property business, with the tourism and farming, lots of different things. I've had people contact me for and ask questions, and we talk about it. But it is very tricky when this, because people, somebody's going to come and put lots of money, millions, or even hundreds of thousands of pounds. They will want to see and understand, that there are policies in place, there are infrastructure, there are systems in place to ensure that their business is protected. That's, I mean, they're going to make their money back. It's business. So it's very tricky. I mean, we're doing it. We're still investing because we're from Sierra Leone, albeit small, but we're doing it. We're from Sierra Leone anyway. We love the place. We want to do as much as we can, you know, to our ability. But of course, to make anything big and quick, you need more people to put hands together and invest. It's going to be quicker. That'll create jobs, etc. I mean, to work with companies to build homes for sale or rent. Oh, you mean property investment? Yeah, well, yeah, I think the government is working with one guy right now, one company. Yeah, hopefully that will work out. And then, yeah, there's more they could work with. I agree with you. I mean, work with more developers, etc., to build homes for people, especially affordable homes. But not just homes, to even build the roads to go there. Because we are building, but where are the roads? Where are the drainage? What about the drainages? The roads, drainages, parks, you know, we need proper sewage system. All those kind of things are needed. So they need to work with proper development developers. Those companies who develop the roads, whatever, property developers to build the infrastructure for us, the electricity, etc. There's so much. There's a lot they need to do. So I hope they'll do that. Like they've started with this one guy, like I mentioned. Hopefully that will go ahead, and then that will then give confidence to more people if the government works well with them, and the other government, whoever is going to come in, works well with those people. That's going to hopefully help give confidence. You know. Anyway, there's another bit information that the minister put down or mentioned that was interesting. He says one of his colleagues, a minister, applied for loan, went to the bank to apply for loan. Yeah. They couldn't give him the loan because when they checked his document, the land, he wanted to take loan, but I think he was going to use his land as collateral for the loan, something like that, or to develop something on the land. He then gave the document to the bank. The bank then went to the ministry to double check that this document is authentic. They found out that the document is fake. Basically, the document the minister has is not correct. It's not from the crown. It's not really the title. It's not really from the government. So he didn't get a loan. Now, though, my question is: so what happened to this document then? What happened to the minister, that land? Because the ministry have discovered that the land or the document the minister has for that land is fake. What did they do? Did they take the land off him? Because he didn't. Unfortunately, the journalist did not ask that question. If I was a journalist, I would have asked that. The minister got a fake document. The minister of lands did not say which minister that was, but also he didn't say whether the land was taken off him. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that land should have been taken off him? Because if the document is fake, if the land belongs to the government, if it was an ordinary person like me or you, they would have probably taken the land off you, say the state land, or find the person who actually owned the land. But there was no mention of whether the minister gave the land to government back, because clearly it wasn't his. They just mentioned about the loan that he didn't get from the bank. So we don't know what happened there. But I thought, my thinking is that land should have been taken off him, because that's what they will do to anybody else. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on that? You know, another important thing that you guys need to know about that's coming. This is again from the minister. He says that staff from the ministry now, or in the next week or so or more, maybe a week or two, are going to have codes and uniform. They're all going to be uniform, be in uniform with code on their chest and on their back and an ID. So if they turn up at your house for anything that pertains land, there is a code. You need to check that they have that code and the ID. And on the ID, that code on the ID should match what they have on their chest. Of course, their face and name as well. And on their back, because that code is what, first of all, tells you, okay, yes, they're actually from the ministry, but which parts of the ministry they're from, which directorate, basically. So they could be from lands or housing or planning, because those are all different directorates under the Ministry of Lands, Housing, and Country Planning. So they will tell you that. But he's just saying, so this is because they're asking about people who probably may not know the difference or know how to go about stuff. He's saying people turn up at your door, your house for whatever, for building permits, etc. They should have a uniform and an ID. And if they're messing about, you should be able to take that code and report them. If they refuse, you can take a photograph of them and report them. That's what he's saying. To me, them having uniform and the code, again, that's positive. Hopefully it will still work out. That's positive. It means, okay, we at least we know who is who. Whether that still translates as to things are going to be going well in the bank, in the bank, in the ministry still for your documentation, that's a whole different ballgame. But then being in uniform, having an ID, having code, because I know I've been in Sierra Leone a few times when somebody turned up at my house, where one of the houses we were building, one of the properties we were building, the guy turned up and said, who owns this property, blah, blah, blah. Luckily, I was in Sierra Leone at the time, so I came out and say, hey, I'm here. And then he was asking me for building permits. Again, I had building permits, so I was fine. But he did not have any identification to show that he's actually from Ministry of Lands. He didn't have, of course, a uniform, no ID. Now, for me, it was fine because I have permits anyway. I say, here you go, we have it here. Okay, so what I do always when we get permit for building sites, we make sure there's copy with the builders, with the contractor, and of course, copy with us in Sierra Leone. And of course, here in the UK, we have copy. So that's well, we have the original here and we have copies in Sierra Leone and one with the builders. So if they meet them at the site building, they can show that. So we had our copy, we showed them. But imagine if we didn't have a copy, or they go to somebody else who doesn't know, who cannot challenge them and ask them where they're from. That's what anybody can just turn up, in a shirts and trousers and say, I'm from Ministry of Lands, show me your building permits. And if you haven't got it, you're not in trouble. A lot of the time they probably ask, some people will say, well, give me some money or something like that. Bribery happened. So I think having the uniform and having the code on it and an ID, it's not a bad move at all. I don't think so. I don't know what you guys think anyway. What do you guys think of that? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that helps? Drop your comments in the chat box and let me know what you think about that, please. Now we get into the main thing that I want to talk about, land tax. Land tax. When I heard that, I was like, wow, we're really changing how things are going to happen in Sierra Leone. We're really changing it. Let me drink water. Let me drink some warm water before I really get into this land tax thing. So, land tax. This is very, very important. When I heard it, I was like, wow. Because for those of us who live abroad, and I'm sure many of us here lives overseas, and you can put in the chat box to let me know what you guys think about land tax anyway, whether it's from the perspective of you living in the West or in Africa, in Sierra Leone in particular. Let me know what you think. But when I heard of the land tax in Sierra Leone, on one hand, I'm thinking that's mental. Why are we bringing that in? On the other hand, I can understand that, okay, well, if we need money, if we need revenue, if the government needs money, maybe it's a good idea. But I'm leaning more towards perhaps we should not bring that in because it begs lots of questions. Yes, it might work. We might make more money from it. But where is that money going? Do we not have other areas to make money, which we can explore? I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but for me, I was thinking, okay, let me take first the area, the side where he says he can make money. The minister even gave an example of money we could make. He was talking about we could make trillion, like 3 trillion a year if they charge everybody like, I don't know, 5,000 leons, new leons or 5,000 old leons, in fact, also. I can't remember now, 50,000, 50,000 leons per acre for land tax. And then however many people pay that tax per year, he was talking about making how many trillion leons, and he spoke about how much money they pay civil servants and how that part of that money could pay civil servants, which then means we're less rely on donor. So to me, that kind of makes sense if that's how it works. Obviously, I don't know. I've not done the maths. So it makes sense that way to say we need more money, we need people to pay more tax so that we'll have money to pay teachers, whatever, soldiers, police, etc., even ministers, etc. So on that side of things, I could see, yeah, that's okay. This kind of makes sense. However, my fear is this. If we're going to start paying tax for land that you own, that you already bought, it makes me ask the question to say, okay, because when we buy land, I don't know if you guys have bought land here on here right now, but when you buy land, you already pay tax anyway, because they charge you 10% of the overall cost of the land that you bought. So I'm thinking, well, if I already paid that tax to the government, why should I be paying tax for my land as well? And I bought the land already. I bought it, I paid tax. Why should I be paying tax for it? Because over here in the UK, for example, you can have a flat like this one, or a whole house, not even a flat like this one. The ground, of course, you're paying lease for, but that's because you didn't buy the land. That's not how it works in the UK. You just bought the house and you're paying lease rent. And then over time, you can even pay freehold for the actual land where that your house is sitting on. But that takes time, but you can do it as well. But when you buy the house, you could be paying lease rents for as long as that is. Now in Sierra Leone, though, you're buying land, not buying the house. Because over here, you have to be very rich to buy land. In fact, in the UK, you had to see land. But in Sierra Leone, you buy the land and you pay tax for buying the land. So why should I be paying tax every year if I've already bought the land? So that's what I don't understand. So he was explaining about how the National Land Commission was established in 2015, and then by 2018 they spoke about the land rights, which is now law. They've passed as a law, the customary land rights, and then they also created this land information system, entitled registration, which is ongoing. They're trying to fix that so that I made a whole video about that the last time. Go check it out, about how the government says just because you have a survey document and all of that does not mean you own the land still. They are creating an office where you need to take that document for it to be registered again. That is when it belongs to you. That's what the minister says. In fact, he says all the land in Freetown is owned by government. It's a crown colony. That's what he says as well. So just so you know that, just to refresh your memory, I made a whole video about it. You can go check it. So anyways, under that 2015 review and 2018, that's where they spoke about the land tax and, of course, the review of the law. Now, the land tax have not been put in place yet, but he's talking about it, that that's something they're looking to do. So we need to watch out for that. We could be paying land, you could be paying tax for your land, even though you bought the land. Like I said, my worries is that would mean then, or at least let me ask a question, would that mean then that we don't really own lands then in Sierra Leone? Because once you start to pay tax for the land every year to government, it means you don't own the land. How does that work? If you're going to buy it, and also, are they just talking for government land? Does that include private land as well? That's another question. But whatever the case is, they need to make it clear. I know he mentioned about the law review that they're going to talk about it and see. He actually did, to be fair to him, he did mention that there could be other things that could be removed from the land situation. Now, what those things are, he didn't state. Unfortunately, the journalist did not even ask that question either to say, hold on, what are those things? He didn't push to ask the question, unfortunately. So he didn't say, but he says other costs. That's why he said other costs can be or will be removed. It would have been good to know what costs those are. Is it that if we buy land now from government or from private, we will not pay the 10% tax? Because to me, that would make more sense. If I'm buying it, I don't pay tax at the beginning. Because you're going to be paying XYZ tax every year. Maybe that will make sense. But I'm just concerned that it will mean that even when you buy the land, you do not own the land because you're going to pay government tax to government. I'm not sure that is a fair game. I'm not sure that's fair because over here in the UK, if I don't know if they're trying to take the style of the UK or America, I don't know. Here, you don't buy the land; the house is already built. You just come and buy the house or mortgage it, something like that. Therefore, I can see how you're tied into paying tax or what's it called, lease rent. You know we don't. So just ask him about signing documents. Remember a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, we said that they stopped signing land. I told you guys, in fact, on the videos I did. That's because that's what they told us, that they were not signing any lands from the previous minister. Now, this minister is saying he never stopped signing private lands. He says always signed. He says that, but he's blaming the surveyors. So the issue is it is the private surveyors that have problems. When they bring documentations to the office, they check these documentations and realize that these documentations are not from the crown, they're not authentic, or they didn't bring the full documentation, they didn't bring certain document that the ministry is asking for. They will tell them to go back and say, bring this documentation, bring that, or this really is not proper land. He's saying it is those surveyors now who are making it as if they're not signing private land. But he said he's signing, that's what he claimed. So to me, this is breaking news because I always thought since 3 or 4 years ago that they stopped signing documents from the previous minister. But he's saying, so maybe it could be because they've told the private surveyors to say, hey, this documentation is false. And the surveyor then did not tell you because obviously he needs you to pay him. I don't know, maybe. And then they make you the fake LS number, whatever, whatever. Then now you think you have a land. Later on, the government to come and say it's your land. I'm bringing this information to you so that you'll be cautious next time when you're buying land. You understand, especially if you're doing it to private. Hence the reason why I said perhaps the best way now is to buy land from government, because it sounds like only when you go through them that's when you get something authentic. Because if you buy from private, they could come and say no, that belongs to government, and your surveyor might not tell you. 5 years down the line or 2 years down the line, you get into trouble because the surveyor did not tell you. I'm just speaking based on what the minister said. He seemed to be blaming the surveyors. I don't know if that's true or not, but he said he's been signing private land. So therefore, if you have private land and you think it's genuine, it's honest, you can actually sell it and you can buy it. People can buy it. If those of you want to buy, you can go buy it and go to make your documentations. The minister is saying they sign. You just need to ensure that that land is genuine. The document you have for it is real. That's what he's saying. So watch out for that. Okay. The minister mentioned something that was shocking to me as well. That was very, very important. The minister mentioned saying that his signature was faked and his stamp on the documentation was fake. So somebody, well, he said they caught someone. Unfortunately, he didn't say who the person was. They asked him, he didn't say, but they caught someone who forged his signature and the stamp. So that documentation hasn't gone anywhere, but I think they're going to investigate as well because he's saying, well, the stamp has some kind of secret code in it or some whatever that is that only he and the person who made the stamp knows. So of course, if that stamp is being forged and he has that code, then it will be the person who did it. But he says if he tested the stamp, he realized, okay, that's a fake stamp and the signature is not his. That is a very, very interesting one. Imagine somebody can actually fake the minister's signature to sign documents. That's crazy. And what I'm trying to say here is that means somebody within the ministry is doing that. Somebody within the ministry is who is doing it. So it looks like there's a big, well, not looks like, that has always been, and there still is a big issue within the Ministry of Lands with documentation. If somebody can actually fake the minister's signature and stamp, well, we're in very, very, very big trouble. This is not really good for us, for those of us who are into the land business, property business, and for everybody. So I hope they get to prosecute that person who did it, and then they're going to set some bright examples on them. so that at least this will stop. Because those of us who are trying to do genuine business, we want to be able to do business in peace, with full confidence. We want to be able to invite people with full confidence to come to our country and do property business there. So this information is not helping. As you guys know, I don't like to put out negative information anyway about Sierra Leone businesses. But of course, these are realistic stuff that we need to talk about as well, because it doesn't help our country, but we got to talk about it, and then hope in the, we're talking about it so that, we shed light on it to change, to bring change, so that we will all benefit, so that investors will come, things will change, investors come, and then benefits us and people in the country. Yep. So they ask him how long it takes to sign documents, private documents in particular. He says now it's 72 hours. It used to take 2 to 3 weeks. Now they said they'll sign documents within 72 hours. So as long as it's authentic, they'll sign it. Again, if that's true, that's really good. It's a good thing. If we can now sign document within 72 hours, it means things are getting faster, quicker. So that's really good news. I like the idea of that. But we need to do more in terms of property stuff, land, etc., so that we will do business in peace, with confidence, etc. Guys, don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, please. And then if you want to donate to our tree planting project, please click on the $sign that's under the chat box and donate whatever you can for the tree planting project we're doing. And then you can become a Patreon as well. And of course, if you want to see my music videos, you want to see me doing music, you can go ahead to my channel, my other channel, YouTube channel called Showers Jallo. Subscribe there as well, please, and click the like button. It's called Showers TV. I'll put in the chat box actually, so you see it now. So it's youtube.com/Showers TV. I've sent it in the chat box. If you click on that after this, that will take you to my music video channel. And then please drop me a subscription there. I need to build that channel up as well. Obviously, watch the videos and like them. I hope you do enjoy the music that I make. I'm making new music. I do produce a lot of music for other musicians as well. Internationally, I do lots of international collaborations for various things. So most people in Israel may not know me for music, but I do music a lot because I study music. And see, I got just to put this, that's my microphone, professional mic here. I've got my keyboards at the back somewhere there and guitar. So I make music all the time for people across the world, collaborating with some people. Some new music is coming soon. So please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. That one, it's called Showers Jallo. You can see my songs on there. And then, or just Showers TV. Go do that. Okay. I think if you have more questions, guys, let's talk. I think I've talked a lot. This is what I want to talk about the land. Let me know what you think so far. For the next 5 to 10 minutes, send me messages. Let's discuss. And then I will close this one for tonight so that I can then rest a bit and then do some music overnight. I got some music stuff to create. All right. So drop your comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think so far of what we have discussed. And then, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. I'm going to give you 5 to 10 minutes for you to do that. Drop your comments and let's talk. Let's have some good conversation, guys. Let's see, my battery's got some power on this thing. And the other thing I was going to say, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a musician. If you guys guys have any events wherever you're from, wherever you're watching me from, whether it's in America or Holland, I travel to perform. I do music. I do Afro beats. Go check the music out, and you see what I do. And then I'll come to your backyard, to your country, and perform. I play with a band. I can bring a band for you. I DJ as well. I'm a DJ, so I can bring my DJ kits. I got a DJ kind of company called SS5. So we do educational stuff in schools where I train kids to DJ as well. I can bring that. Basically, the SS5 is I DJ and perform for you. Like proper performance. Put my music, play them, mix them, and sing for you guys, get you guys going. I do that as well. So if you have any events wherever in America, Holland, Sierra Leone, wherever, you want to get a musician to come and perform with a band, get me. If you want to get just me coming to DJ for you and perform SS5, I'm doing that as well. Yeah. All right, great people. Well, if you haven't got any questions you want to ask me, if you do not have anything to contribute, I would say probably I'll leave you so that I can rest and then do something. When are you visiting the Netherlands? To be honest, I haven't got specific time. Holland is not far from the UK, so some weekends I'll just jump on a plane really and go to Holland. Really, I got lots of friends there. I got cousins there as well. I got friends in Den Haag. I got friends in Utrecht. I got friends, of course, in Amsterdam, Nijmegen. I've been to Nijmegen, Eindhoven, all over the place. When I lived in Kent, I used to drive there. I just drive to Holland because again, I used to perform a lot with the band. We used to go perform in Germany, them places, festivals or other private events. So I just drive. And to visit as well. We just drive to Bruges, etc. But yeah, I might visit Holland anytime. I don't know. One weekend I'll probably jump on a plane and go. So I don't know specifically when, but I'll let you know. I'll message. I'll talk about it on my YouTube because whenever I travel, I do vlog of my travels. Sometimes I'll do that and see maybe might meet up in Holland somewhere. Whereabouts in Holland do you live, Kosi? You live in Amsterdam? And also, are you Sierra Leonean, Kosi? Are you from Sierra Leone as well? USA. All right, let's see who else is in here. Right, I don't think I know how to pronounce that bit. Alfenan Den Rig. Is that how to pronounce Den Rig? Something like that. I don't know. I don't think I've been to that one before. Well, anyways, I've been to Amsterdam lots of times. Den Haag. Let me tell you one story before I leave. Actually, this is obviously off topic now, but before I leave, you guys, one time I was driving from Den Haag to Eindhoven to perform. No, I was going for yeah, I was going to Eindhoven, and then police pulled me over on the motorway. The police pulled me over on the motorway. That was funny. The police, it's funny how they pull you over in Amsterdam. I was driving on the motorway. So the police was driving, they came in front of me and they did not put their lights on. They just came in front of me. Not instead of, here in the UK, they'll put the blue lights on behind you for you to pull over. In Amsterdam, these guys drove in front of me on the motorway and slowed down. They tried to slow me down. They're driving in front of me, slowing me down. I was like, why are they slowing me down? So I switched lane. The police guy switched lane as well. I switched lane. They switched lane as well. So that's when I realized maybe they're trying to stop me. And anyway, so I pull up on the hard shoulder. These two police guys, well, one of them came off the vehicle and says to me, "You speak English?" I said, "Yes," because they've seen my vehicle, this British license plate. And they said, "You speak English?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Okay, let's drive to the petrol station." I'm like, why am I driving to that? Anyway, so they drove ahead of me. That is when they put their lights on. After they've stopped me and they said, "You speak English?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Follow us," and they put their lights on. So I told my friend, it was four of us in the vehicle. I said, "Could you film this? Because I don't know why they're trying to drive me away from the motorway or go somewhere." Anyway, they took me to a petrol station, pull up in the petrol station. They said, "Oh, somebody called them that I was driving erratically on the motorway." So that's why they're trying to check whether I've had some drinks or something. I don't drink, by the way. I don't drink at all. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. None of that. So, anyways, I told them I don't drink, but they said blow in here, blew in there. Obviously, everything was fine. I said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to perform. I'm a musician." They said, "Oh, where can we find your music?" I said, "You can Google my name now." So they Googled me, Showers Jallo, put in the Google thing. And then, of course, my stuff came up. And then the police officer called his friend. He said, "Come, come, come. This guy's a musician. He's a musician." Ooh. The guys started dancing to my music. They started dancing to my music instead. And I said to them, "I need to go. I'm going to perform." And then they said, "Can we come with you?" The police officers in Holland asked to come with me to my gig. They wanted to come and come to my concert. That was the funniest. That's the, I mean, that was in my whole life in Europe. That was the second time police have pulled me over when I'm driving. Anyway, that one there, they said, I think that's the only. No, I've been pulled over 3 times. All the times I was fine. That one was the second one at the time. So anyway, they said to come to my gig. They want to come and see my gig. I said, hold on, are you guys not on duty? Are you not working? They said, oh, it's fine. We can come see you perform. You're a superstar. Just because they Googled my name, Showers Jallo, and they could see all my music. That was that, yeah. So we laughed and they danced to my music. And I told them I gotta go. If you want to come to my event, I told them, put the blue lights on so that I can drive as fast as I can because I'm late. But no, no, they did not. I didn't commit any crime. They didn't penalize me at all. I was not driving erratically. I was driving fine. I don't know why they decided to stop me. Usually, they've seen the British plates. As you know, young British people go over to Europe, to Amsterdam, as you know, for whatever. Maybe they thought it's the same thing. But yeah, they didn't penalize me. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't. I don't drink. I don't smoke, and I was driving fine. Instead, they wanted to come to my party. They want to come and perform to see me perform instead. All right, great people. Listen, thanks for tuning in. I hope the information I've passed on to you makes a difference. My name is Showers. This is Kabor Properties YouTube channel. Don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section if you're watching this on catch up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the like button, click the notification bell. Of course, share this video around to everybody. Stay blessed, whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, stay blessed and enjoy. Yes, go listen to it. It's Showers Jallo. Type it on Google, you see my stuff, or go onto YouTube, you see it on there. Please subscribe there as well and share that for me. Yeah. If you have any parties in Holland, festivals or whatever, I'm your man. I can come there. Have a good one, guys. Okay. Peace and love.